What's going on, guys? In today's video, we're going to talk about why you should be using the AS Val in Warzone. Let's get into it. Alright, Season 2 has arrived here in Call of Duty Warzone, and with it, of course, comes many changes to the meta. They just announced that the agency suppressor, there was a hotfix for that, so now all the Cold War weapons are gaining in popularity. So, you know, with the AUG and the M16, what if I told you there's a gun that could compete with the MAC-10 up close, right? It sounds crazy, I know, but the AS Val is something that you need to check out if you haven't already. It's been in the game since the very beginning, and it's kind of been an underdog, which is why I like it so much. Now, let me tell you why you should be using it in Warzone. If I pull out my handy-dandy stats sheet here, we can take a peek and see that in comparison to the MAC-10, the time to kill is slightly better with the MAC-10, of course. It's a powerhouse. But when it comes to damage per second in that close range engagement under 40 meters, the AS Val is slightly better, and that's where it really exceeds. Now, keep in mind, it only has a 30-round clip, so you got to make your shots count, but it's crazy good for those up-close and personal engagements. Now, here's a look at the loadout you should be trying right now in Warzone. So first things you want to do is you want to put the VLK barrel on this thing. It just helps with your aim down sights time, because that is what we're really aiming for with this class setup, is being able to move an ADS really quickly. Secondly, the laser, same thing, 5 megawatt laser. It's great for the aim down sights. Underneath, this is where you can kind of switch it up. You can run the Commando, the Ranger, or the Merc. I prefer the Merc myself just because of the recoil control and the hip fire when you're in close engagements. It just helps that little bit more. The Ranger is also really good for controlling your recoil on this thing, because it does kick quite a bit. Ammunition, you got to run the 30-round mags. There's no question. It only has 20 bullets initially, so with 30 rounds, that's what you're working with. Again, it's a small magazine, but you got to make every shot count, and when you do, it pays off in the long run. And finally, for the stock, you want to run the FSS Gen 4 GRU, and the reason for this is, once again, aim down sight speed, and you're only limiting yourself to a little bit of aiming stability. So this is what stats are going to look like overall. We're taking a peek at these 5 attachments. Now, because this is your close range engagement gun, you need something for those longer ranges, and for that I recommend the Kar 98K. This thing is an absolute powerhouse. It has been since the beginning, and a lot of people seem to run the HDR and some other guns, but Kar 98 is where it's at. You want to run the monolithic suppressor, of course, because that is what you should be running on most guns in Warzone. You want to run the 27.6 Stingard custom barrel just to get that extra range and bullet velocity. The tac laser for aim down sights time, because that is what we want to focus on with the Kar 98, is being able to ADS really quickly and get those shots on target, as well as the follow-up shots. Sniper scope, and finally the stock, you want to run the F-tac. This thing is great for aim down sight speed. Again, it lowers your accuracy a little bit, but it gets you on target really quickly, which is what you want when you're engaging people at longer ranges. So that is the class setup that I recommend. It's a little unconventional, but why stick to the meta when you can switch things up and do your own thing? So I encourage you to give this one a try, and let me know how it goes for you. Enjoy some gameplay with this loadout so you can kind of get a feel of what it's like to use in game.